One. Row Rockwell podcast. We back in the building. We have a very, very special guest, international guest from Nepal. And I'm very honored and grateful for him to join our podcast. His name is Surya Abhineta. That correct? Let's make some noise for him one time. Let's make some noise.
Same.
Did I pronounce that correctly? Surya Abhineta?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Surya Abhineta.
Okay, and you were just explaining to me. Could you explain to the people, like, what does your name mean?
Okay, so Surya means sun and Abhineta means actor. So what it's like stage name. I gave it myself. So
Hmm.
it's like rising sun and then actor. So it's like a rising actor.
Nice. And I saw this young man's Instagram a few days ago, and then he actually sent me a short film, which we're going to talk about later. He's a great actor, super talented, super funny. I don't even know if you know that you're that funny. I don't know, but I love that kind of funny most when people aren't trying to be funny and they're just super funny. You're like hilarious. You have something of, I don't know what it is. You have like a star quality. I don't know what it is. I'm telling you, I don't know what it's, I can't describe it, but I want you to explain to the people, like, what age you started in acting, and what are your goals. We'll get into the goals and then we'll talk about the short film. I just want to know, when did you start the acting process or pursuing acting?
I guess 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So it's like almost it's like a bit more than 3 years. I joined the acting class. Actually, I finished my +2. It's like high school in Nepal. And then I came to Kathmandu, the capital of Nepal, and I joined the class for 3 months. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did a few plays, like street plays, silent plays, and 1-2 theater. And then like the school, where I studied, that acting school actually got dissolved because of mismanagement and things. And like I didn't have huge network in film industry, or with the other theater people to be involved more. So then I met a guy. He's from Finland and he's living in Nepal, and he has his own production and he makes documentaries. And the short movie which you saw, actually he made that short movie. He produced and he filmed with his team. He has his best friend in Nepal and they live here. The Nepali best friend, he went to Finland to study, and they became a friend and then came to Nepal and doing their work here. So he and I just randomly met, and then like he offered me a role. We are doing like short movie, will you be our actor? And I said like, I'm just aspiring actor. I mean, like they were actually making a film for a short movie competition, and I said it's a film competition, so I think you need a professional actor because I'm just an aspiring actor. I might not be fit for that. And he said, no, let's have fun together, And I said, okay, fine then. And then like his girlfriend from China, she directed the movie. So it's like like Nepali, a guy from England, and then Chinese, and like Finnish, all people
Very
gathered together.
universal, yeah.
And the problem was like we filmed too many shots, we
Mm-hmm.
like we just did it for fun actually rather than for winning. So uh
And you guys
I
did win,
really
right? You guys won the award, right? Best short film in the Nepal Film Festival, right? You guys won the award.
sorry, no, we didn't win the award, but we went to a top 10 finalist.
Nice. And what's the name of the movie? Because on YouTube it says short Nepali movie, and this is good time.
Actually we named it Tyodara. It means a hill.
Say it again, one more time.
Tyodara, it means that hill.
Oh,
Hill,
okay.
hill.
Okay, and okay, let me ask you this. In Nepal, okay, because my family's from India, right? And we have Bollywood. How is the movie industry in Nepal? Like, is it like similar to Bollywood? Is it similar to how how is the movie industry over there?
So talking about Bollywood,
So I can't. Oh, your audio. Hold on.
oh, sorry.
That's all
Oh,
good.
I'm sorry.
No worries.
Okay, so talking about Bollywood, it's a huge industry. It's a big thing in India, even in South Asia. So it is one of the giant industry in the world. So, but talking about Nepali film industry, it is small. It's not that big. Okay, and it's emerging. It has not been like people here, they don't consider like our film as an industry itself. They still don't consider it as an industry. So it's small. It's slowly emerging.
So do most people who pursue acting in Nepal, do they pursue to go to Bollywood, or because like, or do you guys make, are you, what's your goals? Like, you want to go to Bollywood, you want to go to Hollywood, or what are your goals with film? Or do you want to start off making a film in Nepal itself and then see how far you can get there? I'm just so curious on how it works, you know?
Okay, so what I personally aim is like I want to make it to Hollywood someday, you know. It's a
Mhm.
long way to go, but I want to make it someday for sure, because none of the Nepalis has been able to make it so in the Hollywood, you know. Like there are a few Indians, but Nepali hasn't been able to do so. And even in Bollywood, like we Nepali don't get many chances, you know, because India itself is a huge industry and population, you know. So it's like a tough competition. And from being Nepali, it's really hard to be there, you know. So
Yeah,
only few Nepali people have been become to Bollywood. And talking about Hollywood, like just you can, it's just handful of people, but they are not notable, you know.
yeah. Um,
Okay.
yeah, no, that made perfect sense. I want to ask you this. So like when you watch movies at home, are you like watching, and first, could you, let's, because some of my audience is ignorant, they don't know a lot of things. Like, what's the language in Nepal? Like, what's the language called?
Okay, so the national language is Nepali, but you know
Nepali.
Nepali is so diverse. The
Mhm.
next door is from next culture. He has, it's like from different religion. He has their own language, you know, own
Yeah.
mother tongue. It is so diverse, you know.
What language, I mean, what religion is the national religion in Nepal? I'm curious.
So I don't know. I should talk it like in a profound way or just a simple way. If I talk in a simple way, it's like Nepal was once in a time, it was the last Hindu country. You know, Hindu religion is all over India, Nepal, and South Asia. You know,
Hmm.
but here, like, and then Buddhism, because Buddha was born here. You know, the Lord
Yeah.
Buddha. So, but here, religion is not like in other part of world. You know, here they don't see religion in that way. If we talk about Hindu, it's not religion actually. Later on, it became religion because of the, you know, like aggressive invade and so many things people gather, and then they consider itself as a Hindu religion. It was not a religion. It was like a geocultural identity for people. You know, the people living from that. Indus Ocean to the Himalayas known as Hindu people. It's a geographical identity actually. Later on, it became a religion.
No, that's interesting. Like, no, not many people know that. And like,
Yeah.
I know I was born Hindu, but like, you know, like my family still practices Hinduism. I consider myself like a spiritual, I like to practice everything. I just believe in God. I believe in a higher power, but I can't necessarily specify religion. And I'm just interested because Nepal is so close to India, but people automatically
Yeah.
probably assume you're Indian. Do you get like offended when people think you're Indian because, or are you just used to it? Like, oh, we're neighbors, we're close enough. Because I always wonder what it's like to be from like a smaller, like Bangladesh, or you know what I mean? Like, and people always assume you're either
Yeah.
Pakistan or Indian. How do you feel when people?
Yeah. Like if foreigners see me, if I come to America, you
Yeah,
know, if I say I'm from Asia, they might consider like from India, you know, or maybe Bangladesh, you know, because
yeah,
Nepal, many people they don't know about Nepal. Okay, so they only know about China and India if we talk about Asia, you know, and
yeah.
we are in the middle of those giant countries. So
Do you get offended when they think you're Indian, or do you not? You don't care. Do you get offended?
uh, I'm actually beyond border, so I don't mind if people
Mhm.
say me. I mean, like
What
whatever
you're gonna
nationality
do?
they give to me, I don't mind.
You're gonna actually be the one, and I'm telling the people, because I see the talent in you, and I'm usually right about this. I'm not saying I'm no expert, but you might be the one. I'm gonna say you will be the one who will make the world know about Nepal. You know, like there's always that one person who's gonna do that. I know that feels weird hearing that from me. I just have a feeling because you have a certain quality about you, certain likability. You're very humble,
Mhm.
but you're also. When I saw the short film, I I would never have thought the person who's in your Instagram videos did this short film. So you're very like versatile. And I'm telling you, man, like you're 22 years old, right? You're 22,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
You have a lot
yeah.
of time to just go with this, to just really go all out, pursue it. I believe it. So we'll get to everything else. I just want to tell you, yeah, you have the opportunity to make Nepal a national, you know, we know about Australia because Heath Ledger, you know, certain people make these countries big and famous, you know, Drake, Canada, or Toronto. Things I know people knew what Toronto is, obviously, but I'm saying these small
Yeah.
cities, you have the opportunity there. So let's go back to the beginning a little bit. So do you,
Mhm.
you have older brothers and sisters, or you have younger brothers and sisters?
I have a elder sister.
Okay, and how many years older than you is she? I'm just
She
curious.
is 3 years elder than me.
Okay, so does she encourage you with the acting? Because sometimes, you know, in our cultures, Indian culture, and everybody just work in Nepal culture, like, does she encourage you, or is she's like, oh, go be a doctor?
To be honest, like my family don't support me for acting. To be honest, but they don't restrict me too deep, but they don't motivate me. They say like, don't do this. Do you earn money from that? Why are you doing this? It's nothing big. Do something like engineering, doctor. Be
What do you
pilot. Do like yeah,
what do
like
you tell
that.
them when they say those things? I'm just because I've dealt with that my whole life. Trust me, I totally understand. What do
Mhm.
you tell them when they say things like that?
I say like like if I become doctor, I can be only doctor. If I become actor, I can be engineer, doctor, pilot, whatever I want.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Like, so, like, did you finish your schooling? Are you still in school, like college? Do you got like,
So
mm-hmm.
I'm doing bachelor in tourism, and I'm in the third year. So still one more year left. Because of this corona, college is off now, and we are having online classes.
Mm, okay. So, how do
And
you?
actually,
No, no. Continue.
I'm a aspiring guide as well.
Aspiring what?
Guide, a tourist guide.
Oh, a tourist guide. Okay, that's. I think of jobs
Yeah,
like that, like they help with acting because you get to be yourself, make decent money,
yeah,
and then you can showcase your
yeah.
personality. I would love to be a tourist rather than some of the bullshit. Forget my. I'm
And,
gonna.
and, and,
Yeah,
and you
bullshit
can
jobs that
create
work.
new characters from them. You can learn so many from them. That's the
Exactly.
thing.
Have you done any tours yet? Or have you been a guide on a tour?
Yeah. I have done tour. I do like special interest food tours.
Yeah.
There are a few guides who does this kind of tour. I do food tour. I go for trekking. I've got the trekking guide license.
Nice. See, you got to plan
Nepal
that.
is a mountainous country, so
What are you waiting for to move to America? What is your like in your mind? What do you need to have set in place before you move to? Because I saw one of your Instagram videos. You were in Beverly Hills or was that from a long time ago? You said something date that Instagram video is day 2 in Beverly Hills. Some, you know what I'm talking. You were here recently,
that
right?
that was a fun challenge by the team of casting directors. It's like actually it's for like people from Australia, UK, or like from US itself. But
Okay.
being from Nepal, I think I'm the only one who submitted the real video for that
Now,
challenge.
uh-huh. Was it in America?
And
That video that you filmed, or did you film that in Nepal?
no, it's in Nepal. I've never been to any other country outside
Oh,
Nepal.
okay. Okay. Dude, you should come. Like, when will you? What do you need to have in place? I'm telling you, man, you have something about you, like some gift. If you move to Hollywood, you just have to keep a straight head. If you work a job as a tourist, you can make money. You can make ends meet. Is it because you don't want to be fan? When will you be ready? Do you need to have the movie role to move to America, or what needs to happen for you to move to America? I was very curious.
Okay, so let me tell you, be honest, I have to learn so many things. I'm like in acting field, I'm just like a crawling baby. I need to learn so many things. It's a long way to go. So,
Yeah.
and then I have to complete my study here as well. I don't want to leave my bachelor. So I'm waiting for one more year. And then like I will come for the master in US or UK or Australia. I don't know. I'm not made sure about the country, but I'll come there and then like I will pursue my acting career with my master together.
That's a smart move. My little cousin from India, he moved here with his masters, and he's 25 now, but he moved at 24, and now I mean he doesn't act or anything. He works for like engineering for Apple or something. Makes a lot of money. But so is in your mind, are you gonna always have a backup plan or plan B? Because your main goal, right? Your main dream is to be an actor, right? Right?
My there are many plans for me. Like
Uh-huh.
I don't only want to be an actor, but slowly, by process, I want to be a casting director. I want to
Mhm.
be a director. So I want to do hat trick in a goals. More than hat trick in a goal. I don't have one specific goal.
Same.
But time by time, I will focus on one and then one and then one. Like I will shift my gear.
I understand. I understand. That makes a lot of sense. I just think move to America when you can. Like, you'll thrive out here, man. You once you get your degree, finish school. I do agree with that. Finish school one more year, and maybe you could do your master's in America. Like, I know it's costs money, but somebody like you has a talent, has the ability. I think it would be cool if you went all out. Let me ask you, how do you know? Do you know Lisa Roth, HMH casting? Because I saw that she follows you as well. Do you know who that is? HMH Casting.
Actually, I follow many casting agencies and casting associates because I want to be a casting director and I want to learn from now,
Yeah.
because of this quarantine, there are many competition going on, like monologues and so many kind of things are happening, and many actors are getting opportunity, from home.
Yeah.
So it's like best time for me to learn from them.
Exactly.
That's why I follow everyone. Yeah.
Because we've had multiple casting directors on our show. Lisa Ross, she liked some of your videos. I don't know if you know that, but she's HMH Casting. So she liked your let me go to your page real quick. She liked your page is like, dude, this like it's so low key that I love it. Like it's very small right now, which is great, and it's gonna blow up.
I just started one month ago that Instagram page, and like I have just uploaded. Actually, I didn't upload it to show for people. I just uploaded just to like for myself, just like I just wanted to upload it. That's it. I didn't wanted to impress anybody, or there is no such great performance, just like a normal thing,
100%. That's why I love it. I love when people do it just for themselves. You're not even trying too hard. You're not trying for anything. And it's just like, yeah. So if you look at your, this is for later, like your second video, her name, and I'll put you in touch if you really want to get serious about casting, being a casting director. Like I know a lot of them, and then I can put you in. She's liked your video, your second video, she liked it. So I'm sure these people, would you ever like intern for a casting company? Would you ever like work for free for them?
I definitely want to. When I move to US or other country, I definitely will try to find an opportunity for an intern casting opportunity, because back home we don't have casting like culture at all. We don't have any casting culture here. Like people just hire actors, like they just select from their relatives or whom they know, like that. Very few audition, no casting directors, no professional casting directors. So it's like that. That's why I want to become one, so that I can put all these actors from South Asia or maybe worldwide, all these new faces, new talent, different talent in the Hollywood, so that it can add value to the Hollywood and make it global.
Please expand on that. I want to hear more. I love what you just said, because that's very important. Please expand on why that. So you want to make it more global. Could you explain why you have a strong feeling about that? What motivates you to do that?
Okay, so Hollywood is like like dream from everyone. It's a one of biggest industry in the world. Everybody eyes is there. But Hollywood has not still been able to include all this diversity. Now because of the Black Lives Matter movement or some movements before have included a few. Like for example, let me tell you, like the Chinese Kung Fu included in the Hollywood some time ago, and it is still making its own kind of mainstream. And there are a few others, like some Middle East actors are getting opportunity, or let's say some Indian actors are getting opportunity slowly. So I want to bring more diversity. If you look at Nepal itself has such a diverse country. The story hasn't been told, from anywhere in the world. So I can do that. Somebody has to do it. So why not I? I was like that, and that's why I said like I want to be a casting director. I want to be an actor. I want to learn everything of this industry. And then I would love to have more challenge, so that I can be a breeze for them. I can put them in the Hollywood. I can be a breeze.
I'm gonna say this, and excuse my fuck yeah to what you just said. I applaud that so much, man. Like I agree with what you just said so much. You have no idea how much me and my friends, even my white friends, even my Asian friends, everybody's like, dude. And I'm gonna say this, and if it's offensive, forgive me. But people are tired of seeing white faces on TV forever. We don't need to see every single white person. We've seen enough white people on TV, in movies. Yeah. We need to see people of color. And Black people have done it right. They're getting themselves in the movies. They spoke up. That's why they're getting into these things. Us, we haven't spoke up. Indians have not spoke up. People from Nepal, Nepalese. This is Nepalese, right? People from Nepal. Is it Nepalese? How do you?
I would love to say Nepali than Nepalese.
Oh, Nepali. Okay. No, Nepal.
Yeah.
Nepal. No.
But people say Nepalese is fine. No problem. Okay. I would love to say Nepali.
100%. Yeah. But we have to start speaking up for our minorities, for our people. Like we need to see Asians got it done. They had Crazy Rich Asians. Have you heard of that movie with Crazy Rich Asians?
I'm sorry. I don't know what you did.
Yeah. It's a movie that came out last year, Crazy Rich Asians. It came out in America. Anyways, we need like a Bali, like we need Indians in more in film. we're beautiful too. You know, we're beautiful, just as beautiful as the white
Yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So,
let me give you one example. Even
uh-huh.
if we talk about our own industry, you know, Nepali film industry, whether it is Bollywood, you know, like there is like still we haven't got that kind of movie, you know, which can really get attention from all around the world, because we are running in our own kind of mainstream. If you talk about Bollywood and Nepali movie, we say like hero, heroine, and then like there is a storyline is like fight, action, dance. That's it, you know, nothing much, you know, bit of spices in the movie. That's it, you know. So we
Do you
need to
think they,
go beyond from this, you know.
do you think they need to take out the dancing from Bollywood movies, or I want to know
No,
your?
no, 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 no.
Because
I
no,
don't
no.
say that.
I'm saying
Okay,
that, but
so
I'm from the outside looking in. I think they should, but I know that's a heritage thing, and people love it. I know, but sometimes I think
yeah,
it takes
so
away from the movie. But yeah,
yeah,
continue.
what I feel is like, let those movie be like that, you know. But we need to make movies, you know, like more of art genre and different kind of genres, you know. Not only that kind of mainstreams, you know.
Uh
We need
huh.
to move beyond from that, you know. Like here
Yeah.
we say like those who have art and face, they are a hero, you know.
Yeah.
If like they have a nose like this kind of, you know, like
Yeah.
this, they are not considered hero. For example, Chinese. If Bollywood people like what they think is like they can't be do the main role, you know. This is pathetic kind of thinking, you know. They should not think like that, because what I feel is like beauty lies in the eyes of the beholders, you know. Who I consider as a handsome guy might not be the handsome guy for the other culture people, you know. It's like that. So
Very true.
yeah, we need to go beyond that mainstream kind of hero and heroine kind of movies, you know.
And I love that your aim is to do it from the ground, like being a casting director for that reason. You know how like you have like a selfless motive, which dude, I really can't wait till you move to LA. I'll take care of you, bro. You can live with me. You know what I mean, bro? Like trust me, bro. I'll anything you need, bro,
Thank you,
because
thank you.
I know like you're a good guy. We're from the same kind of background, like country-wise, our people are the same. And I just feel like if you come here, you'll thrive, but finish your schooling. You always have somebody to call when you're here, but also when like, so do you live with your mom and dad right now? Like, are they both as supportive, or is one parent more supportive than the
So in our countries,
other?
especially in South Asia, you know, most of at least from their family, one of the guys in outside country, you know, I'm like foreign country. Even my father is in like Gulf country in Bahrain. He's working there for 12 years, and he had just came back home just thrice, you know, in these years.
My
Really,
family's
it's
from
hard, you
Bahrain, by
know.
the way. And not to interrupt you, please continue. But that's my brother was born in Bahrain. My family lived there for 10 years, so I understand what you're saying. But continue, yeah. And my
Yeah,
dad,
so
like my
he's
they
there.
they worked there, and then the family stayed in India. It's I get what you're saying, but continue, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so my father is working there as a security guard. Before that, he was in army,
Mm,
a Nepali soldier, a Gurkha, you know.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then like here I live with my mother, sister, and me.
Oh, nice, nice. Okay. And so they probably like, oh, what are you doing with the acting? It's probably they probably think it's fun. It's something you're doing for a hobby. But I'm telling you, bro, I'm telling you, just
Mhm.
what my advice would be, just let them think that, because there's no point arguing. Because I used to argue with my mom and dad. I know you don't even understand, but there's no point. It's a waste of time to argue with them. Just act like you're going along with their plan, but still pursue acting to the fullest. Because and being a casting director, but I also, in my opinion, I think you're no disrespect to any casting director. I just think you're 22 years old. Might as well pursue the acting goal first. I think you have a chance to make it, and then you can really spread awareness to becoming an actor. You're funny as hell, and you're dramatic. Like when I saw that film, we're gonna get into that right now. You're funny as hell. I don't know if you know. You're like you're not trying, but like your Instagram videos where you're like when you're banging on that gate. I don't know what that. I had no understanding what the context was, but it just made me
But what I
laugh.
consider myself is like a shy kind of a guy,
Okay.
like uh, what do you say? Not that expressive. I don't
Uh,
know if
I
I'm
see.
funny, but yeah.
I see. Yeah. So like, let's start talk about the movie. What is the concept of that short film? Because this might as well promote that really quick. Well, because it's great. Like, what is the concept of that film? And were you involved with the writing process, or you were just playing the main role?
Okay, so we did it for a fun purpose, as I told you, not as
Yeah.
a that professional, you know.
Hmm.
So it was more of a fun. So yeah, I was involved with they were writing script. They were telling me like we are writing like this, you know. Actually, a Chinese director, you know, the Chinese director was writing that. She wrote, and her boyfriend who was from Finland. They both were writing the script, and I was also involved in some way, you know. They were telling me the script and everything, and then like I said okay, and then like we went to first shoot for 3-4 days, you know.
And what's the story? The story of the film.
Okay, so the story goes like this: a rebellious boy, and his father always wanted to take him to the mountain, okay, but the boy never listens to his father, his family, he's just like a drunkard kind of thing, a kind of rebellious kind of guy. And later on his father dies, and then like he suddenly like wants to go to the mountain, and then he met a guru, do you know guru? A kind of munche, okay. And then he met a
Oh yeah,
munche, and then like the munche tells everything, and suddenly the father ghost comes, and then tells him, about the life, and
what
then
is he,
like
something he says about life that you related to in that? Because there are some dope ass quotes. Dude, you said, okay, it was 3 p.m. your time, 3 a.m. my time. So I'm lying in bed. You sent me that thing. And I was thinking about, I was like, oh, let me just watch this in the morning. I was like, let me watch this before I do the interview. I was like, nah, it's only 5 minutes. I'll watch it right now. And then I was like, wow, it was shot. Like, tell your friends, whoever, it was shot amazing. You did an amazing job in that. So, and when I saw or heard some of the life lessons. So, what are one of the life lessons that the father in the movie says to you that connected with you?
So sorry, I didn't get you.
What is one of the life lessons that your father in the film says to you that you remember? Like, there's a few lessons he gives you, right? What is one of the lessons he gives you in the film that resonated with you, that you understood?
Like, you should continue, whatever the hell happens, in whatever the hell you do it well, absolutely involved, and just continue, father died, no problem, just continue life, just leave it well. And then like the important message what I get from it, like, you don't know, who is going to meet you last time, you don't know who is going to meet you for the last time,
That's so
that's the
true.
thing.
That's so true. It's a really beautiful film. Like, I encourage, if we can ask your whoever shot it, if we can include like a clip, we can play it right here. Yeah,
you can do that, no problem.
yeah. And then we'll come so we'll play that clip, and then we'll come back and be like, oh yeah. So yeah, just ask them, and then I would love to play that because people need to see that. So like, how long did it take for you guys to shoot that?
I think 3 days, 2 or 3 days. Yeah.
It's remarkable, man. It's remarkable. Do you still keep in touch with those guys, the filmmaker and his?
Yeah, I keep in touch, but I keep in touch. Yeah, I met them maybe 5-6 months last time. Yeah.
Have you been like a people person your whole life, or were you somewhat shy before? Because you have a great way of communicating. You seem like a people person. If you're making all these connections, have you been like a outgoing personality, or have you been shy before?
I think I was still shy.
Oh, really? Even now?
Yeah, I think like that. You know.
Shy to me. Yeah, you seem like you seem just like you have a lot of personality. Yeah, but everybody looks at themselves differently. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I feel myself like introvert, but I'm not sure, how extrovert I am.
I see. Yeah, man. I'm really grateful for our time. We're gonna release this episode couple weeks. We're gonna promote that movie. Is there anything else you would like to speak about that we haven't touched on?
About film or about life?
Anything you, because this is what I love. Like these podcasts, once you become famous, which is gonna happen, I'm telling you, bro, you're 22 years old. Listen to me more than your parents. I'm telling you, bro, just believe in yourself. Like, dude, if I see it from fucking Los Angeles, California, there's something, that's a universe that making this shit happen. So listen to the universe. So my thing is like, yeah, is there anything else you want to talk about? Like, because I know this interview is gonna blow up in 5 years once you're doing fucking films. Yeah.
Okay, so what I want to tell is like, all Hollywood filmmakers, please visit South Asia and Nepal. It's like, what do I say? It's like paradise, a heaven for filmmakers. It's a natural film set. You have like, Nepal is a small country, but talking about diversity, my goodness, it's like there is no such word that I can explain with it. We have mountains, the top of the world, and then talking about religious, like cultural thing, the spiritual thing, it's already there. Like in 1973s, to 85, many hippies used to come from America and other countries in this part of the world. Then government, like, made it illegal to use marijuana and everything. Otherwise, like this is how the tourism happen in this country. So at the time it was so famous for the outsider world, especially because of the hippies, you know. So many like celebrities to come here, like Cat Stevens make the song, like Bob Dylan, you know, so many other singers, you know, like those
Okay.
songs are still popular here. So talking about diversity, please come and film here your film, because it's a natural film set. You don't have to do much, you know. If you want
Hey, man,
mountains, it's here. If you want rivers, it's here. If you want culture, it's here. If you want architecture, it's here. What do you want? You just name it. Besides sea, we have everything. You know, we don't have sea, but we have a sea of clouds. You know.
hell yeah. Thank you so
Okay.
much for that, man. You
Wait, and
sold
the
that like a
second
champ.
thing,
Uh-huh. I'm
you want
listening.
me to
I'm
speak
listening.
more? Or
Keep going. What'd you say?
okay. So
Yeah,
so the
keep
second
going.
thing is like to the casting directors. You know,
Mm-hmm.
please do, you know, like go beyond your imagination. You know, go beyond your imagination. Don't fix, like, don't assume like the hero should be like this, the character should be like this. Don't assume, just go there and just see, you know, just involve completely and see the actor if he's fit for the role or not, you know. Just like see the face which can tell that story or not. Don't go for his like what good looking or whatever you know make in your mind, you know. Just look for the storytelling face, you know, that actor can tell a story or not, especially for Bollywood and like Nepali film, you know, whoever hires the actor, you know, they should see the storytelling face, not that good looking or whatever charming they have made in their mind, you know.
Thank you so much, because it's what you casting directors think in your mind you like, but that's not what the world thinks. And you said it earlier, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So,
Yeah.
dude, just what you guys as casting directors, and we interview a lot, we're going to continue to interview a lot of casting directors, no disrespect to them, but listen to what this young man is saying. Don't keep everything in your perspective. You have to think about
Yeah.
the world in a universal way. What you think is attractive, quote unquote, isn't necessarily what people across the world thinks is attractive. And we also deserve representation on the screen, because we have kids growing up. If our kids continue to just see white kids their whole lives, okay, white people on TV. Okay, so when we meet white people, our children, they're gonna be like, oh yes sir, like they're above us. That's why it's so important to include diversity in Hollywood and in Bollywood and in any film industry. Bollywood, except Nepali people. Why aren't they accepting Nepali people? That you guys speak Hindi just as well as anybody.
Yeah, we can speak Hindi.
You
हम तो
know,
बहुत अच्छे हिंदी बोलते हैं भाई.
exactly. I don't even know that Hindi. I'm from.
Okay.
What did you
Okay.
say? I understand some Hindi, but like, dude, what did you say? What did you say right now, Hindi?
I just said like I got to speak Hindi well, you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I know a little bit. I just understand it, but I only understand scolding. Because all my parents did was scold me, so they scolded me. They hit me. But anyways, man, it's a pleasure. Let me ask you this. I know it's gonna be a little bit of a dark topic, but if you have like, do you have like 10, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay, Sushant from Bollywood.
Yeah, Sushant Singh Rajput, yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
So I can't say like, you know, directly like what happened, because I was not the one who sees whole the story, you know. Even I'm not living in India and I'm not seeing Bollywood from near, you know. So I can say what happened, but media and everybody is saying nepotism kill him, you know.
Wait, they said what?
So nepotism killed him.
Who's that?
Forced
Oh,
him to
nepotism.
do-
Yeah, exactly correct. Yeah, nepotism. I think you said Nepal people killed him. I was like, what?
No.
okay,
No,
nepotism. You're right.
nepotism.
Yeah. So explain. Yeah, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think that's true? Just from it's not. We're not going to say your opinion is fact. Just from you, just being observer. What do you think about that? Do you believe that it was nepotism that all in Bollywood that killed him?
Yeah, there is nepotism in Bollywood, you know, it's crystal clear, everybody can see, but I'm not sure if he, you know, like if he like, I'm not sure what happened to him, but there might be a nepotism case, you know, like their own people are saying that, you know, because nepotism killed him, you know, he was forced to be killed, you know, he killed himself, things are like that. But I haven't seen like them personally, or I haven't seen with the close eyes in the Bollywood, so I can't say damn sure that this happened. Okay.
Yeah.
But nepotism and this kind of things should be totally vanished. You know, this should not happen.
100%.
Like even in US nowadays they are saying Black Lives Matter. You know, this kind of issue are going, and I think like this kind of issue will keep coming. You know, year by year. until and unless, because what I personally believe that this kind of discrimination, nepotism, all kind of things only exist in our psychology. It doesn't exist everywhere. If we just remove it from our mentality, it's not going to exist anywhere. There is like this kind of discrimination with religion, with caste, with culture, with so many things. Until and unless we don't like accept everything, acceptance, humanity. We talk a lot, but this has to happen in our practical life.
Dude, you're wise beyond. Thank you so much, man. You're so wise, and I appreciate everything you just said. Have you watched it? Like, because, dude, what you said, nepotism has to stop, even in America. But I think it's worse in Bollywood. And I think it's, I just think people are just hiring their sons and their sons. Shah Rukh Khan made it without nepotism, but we're not seeing more of that. Were you a fan of this man's work? Because I'm being very honest with my podcast and my listeners. My mom told me about this issue, and I was very ignorant but it's interesting because if this is what happens, it does need to stop, this nepotism thing. Because if this is what happens they're bullying this man out of a career, out of his livelihood, out of his ability to even feed his children or feed his family. It's not right. So were there movies that you saw of him before that made you a fan?
Yeah, I have seen like MS Dhoni, because cricket is so famous in this part of world, in South Asia, cricket is so famous.
Was that,
so
is that one of your favorite? Yeah, continue. What did you feel about him as an actor?
He had a great potential, man. He just left his pilot career,
Yeah, it's a tragic situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, mental health with what we're going, if you choose to get into this acting game, just make sure you're right up here before you get into the game, because the game only, and this is it, music industry in any country, any situation, any game you get into, it only exemplifies, amplifies your mind state as where you are before. That's why I encourage all my young actors, young musicians, to make sure you guys go get therapy. Make sure you do speak to people. Make sure you're open with your family members if you do suffer from depression, because we do talk about that on this podcast too. So I just encourage all of our young listeners who are young Hollywood, go get some help. Young Bollywood, go get some help. Young Nepali, go get some help. Everybody get help, so that once you guys are successful, that you can handle it, because there's a lot of pressures and things like that. We can look from the outside, be like, oh, Sushant, why would you kill yourself? Like, at least you're a millionaire, or at least you're rich, But we don't have no idea what it's like being in his shoes, being blackballed left and right by this industry that won't let this man succeed, and he's so talented, and they won't allow him to succeed, So, yeah, anything else you want to say about that? Or you want to leave that one alone, that topic?
Yeah, that's it. Like talking about his suicide case, like mentally you need to be prepared, before you enter to this industry. Whatever you are doing, you should be mentally prepared. When you reach in certain height, there is always chance of falling.
Yeah.
So you need to be always clear, of that.
Let me ask you this: who's your favorite actor from Bollywood? Who's your favorite actor in Nepal? And who's your favorite actor in Hollywood? Let's start with Nepal first. Let's get that.
When people ask me, this kind of question, who is your favorite, who is your best, like for me, I'm sorry to say, but I don't consider anything as favorite or anything as best and then pathetic, I see things as things, I don't see like, oh, is this, if you talk about the genre, there might be like, oh, in this genre, he might be the, best for that, But talking about favorite actor, I've seen movies, like of actors whom I don't know their name.
Not comedy. Let's go drama. I like that you said that. I appreciate your answer so much, because you don't answer like everybody else. You think about it, and you're not gonna bullshit me. So if we can narrow it down to okay, American drama, movies, not TV, movies. Who's your favorite? Like, who's inspired you the most? It doesn't have to be the most. One of the most inspirational people in American drama movies.
I don't watch that much American drama and movies, even I haven't watched that many Hollywood movies.
Really? That's crazy.
So if you ask me about Nepal, there are a couple of actors I really love, For now, at this time of point, I love few actors like Bipin Karki,
Okay, say his name again for our people, for audience.
Bipin Karki, Bipin Karki.
Okay.
He's different from what the mainstream is, but I love him so much. And talking about India, like there are actors whom I love in Bollywood as well. Like for example, Amir Khan. Do you know Amir Khan?
Of course, I know Amir Khan. Yeah, one of my favorites.
Yeah, I love him. And then Nawazuddin Siddiqui.
I don't know him because I don't lie on his podcast, and I need to keep up more with Bollywood. I'm sorry, my Bollywood fans. I'm trying here. My mom called me. She's like,
Okay.
man, yeah. So yeah, say his name again. The last one.
Nawazuddin Siddiqui.
I don't no idea. Okay, that's what's up. Okay, and continue. And you have nobody from America, like and I appreciate. I think that dates as fuck.
I don't watch that much of Hollywood movies. You know,
Hell yeah,
so.
you should. Fuck Hollywood. Fuck Hollywood.
Yeah.
You said it right. That's dope. Like you're right because, dude, we should bring that world to here. Fuck Hollywood. Let's bring Bollywood and Nepali movies to Hollywood, and let's make There we go, man. I appreciate you so much.
We should bring like everyone from the world. You know, every like everyone.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I appreciate you so much. Anything more things you want to talk about your future plans? Where do you see yourself after you graduate school right now? What is your plan for the next year after that, after you graduate?
Okay, so after I graduate, I'm gonna move to a foreign country. I'm not sure which country. It might be Norway, it might be US. I'm not sure, but wherever I go, I'll try to pursue my career in acting and like movie stuff and theater and everything. You know, as I told you, casting and all departments. You know.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I wish
So
you the best, man.
That's my plan for now, and I love traveling. So, I love doing guide as well. You know, this is how you enhance yourself as an actor. You know, because you meet up people of different personality, different characters. So I love this as well.
Dude, if you come to America, if you come to Hollywood, you can get a job at Universal Studios. They pay pretty well, trust me. I used to work at Universal Studios as a guide, and there's so many other places you can work at, like Disneyland. And it's fun. I worked as a guide too, as a Hollywood tour guide on a fucking Hollywood bus. Yeah, on a bus. And
wow, that sounds great, man.
It was dude. It's the same thing every day, but you get twisted up. You get to because it's like it's a script that you follow every day. You drive by the same cool place, dude. Come to LA, man. Call me. We'll make it happen. We'll make sure you're good. But yeah, thank you so much for spending your time with us, man. I appreciate it so much. And Surya Abhineta. I said it right. I said it like Spanish, but Surya Abhineta.
Yeah. That's like my stage name.
So yeah, we don't have to hear your real name yet. We don't need them Googling you and doing background reports. but say your name and just give a shout out to the Ro Rockwell podcast. And so it's Ro Rockwell podcast, and just we'll end it right here. That's cool.
Okay, so thank you so much. You know, it's an honor and privilege for me to be in your show because like we were just one day ago we were like unknown to each other. You know. Right?
We were. Yeah, that's crazy.
But the truth is, you know, whenever we met somebody first time or we approach to talk to him, we are unknown to everyone in this world, you know.
Mm-hmm. 100%.
That's the reason. So, yeah, thank you so much, and I really love to talk to you, and I hope I'll be again in your podcast.
And we're gonna keep up
maybe
with
after
you,
being in Hollywood.
Yeah, you hit me up when you're in Hollywood. We're gonna keep up with you. Text me on the DM on IG right now. We'll talk. And yeah, Surya Abhineta, thank you so much. Nepal, shout out to Nepal. Shout out to all my Nepali people. And yeah, thank you so much. Ro Rockwell podcast. We out here. Thank you, man.
Namaste, Rockwell.
Namaste. There we go. Love you, man. I'm gonna chat with you on the IG, okay?
Okay.
All right, man. Have a good one. Thanks, man.
Thank you.